Monday the 12th of January. I have just come back from my night shift. I actually didn't update you guys on my break like I said I would, because quite frankly, I just slept on my break. So yesterday I was on labour ward because I was swapped with someone, and it was actually a good shift. When I came on, I was free and I actually didn't have a patient up until midnight. Just after midnight, I went to the assessment unit and I got a lady who was just getting herself into labour. Had quite a nice night with her, so looked after her for roughly 8 hours. Nothing too major happened. Didn't manage to have a baby, unfortunately, but I'm sure there'll be other opportunities for me to get my last suturing done. I am back on shift this evening, so I am literally going to shower. So I've had my breakfast, I'm going to shower and get straight into bed, to be 100% honest with you. I'm not planning on doing anything at all. So I will see you this evening. My shift on Monday evening, I was on the antenatal ward and I started off with 2 patients. So I start my shift at 7:45, finish at 8:15. By probably 11, I was full. My bay was full, everyone was here. And it was actually not too bad. Everyone was okay. Things started getting a bit exciting around 4 in the morning. So I had 2 inductions come in, but one of them was a cardiac lady, so we couldn't start her induction overnight. They wanted us to start it during the day shift where we had more people around in case we needed them. And I had another induction come in as well through triage. They actually, so both inductions, I didn't touch them, I didn't examine them. All I did was put them on the monitor, make sure baby was happy, and then I said, go to sleep. I know you can't really sleep, but rest as much as possible. Tomorrow we'll start everything. And they actually both started doing things. So around 4 a.m, one of them started contracting. So I put her on the monitor. You could actually see them, gave her some pain relief. And she was like, I just want to keep this going. I don't want to take anything too strong because I don't want it to kind of dull them down. And then my other lady, she thought her waters had gone, so it was just kind of watching her, put her on the monitor. Baby was so happy. Baby did not give a flying kangaroo. It was just making sure that she was okay, checking the colour of the waters, checking if it actually was her waters that had gone or if it was just some like extra discharge or something like that. So that all happened around like 4:35ish. And then I kind of just handed everything over to the day midwife and went home. I logged into Ticketmaster half an hour before the pre-sales to get into the waiting room. Got into the waiting room, waited half an hour, all fine. So I was going for tickets for the Sunday 19th show. And when I finally entered the queue, there were 84,000 people in front of me. 84,000 people, considering Wembley can host 90,000 people. So from the get-go, I was like, the math isn't mathing. If everyone wants more than one ticket, I'm done for. I was done for a while ago. And it was going so slowly. So at 1 o'clock, they basically announced that there was going to be 2 extra dates. The 2 dates are the 22nd and the 24th of July. So literally just the week after. So I was like, perfect, let's just get into those queues. I ideally wanted to get into both queues just to see which one would go faster so I could guarantee I could get tickets. But they kept kicking me out of the queue for the 24th. So I kind of gave up on that. I was like, I'm in the waiting room, for the 22nd. So at least I've got one that I'm definitely in. And then the other one, I guess, oh well. And I stayed in the original queue for the 19th as well, even though I knew that was just not going to work. The pre-sale for the 22nd started at 1:15. Once I managed to get into the queue for the 22nd, there were 40,000 people in front of me, which creates a bigger chance of me actually getting in there being tickets left. I managed to get into the 22nd, managed to get tickets. So I'm going with my parents and my sister. We decided we were going to go for seated, ideally not pay loads of money, because as long as we're in the room with Mr. Bruno Mars, it doesn't really matter where we are. I can breathe until this time next week. So this time next week is the BTS sale. When it comes to BTS, the ARMY does not joke about. So for those who have no clue what I'm talking about, BTS is a South Korean K-pop group. They have basically not been around for the last few years because they all went to do their military service. So in Korea, you have to do a mandatory 2-year military service. And you basically go depending on your age, I think. So they kind of all went at different times. They were gone for quite a while, and they haven't performed in the UK for the past 7 years, I want to say. It's a big deal that they're back, you know. Because it's such a big deal, everyone wants to go. So far, we've only got 2 dates out, the 6th and 7th of July. I want to go on the 7th of July because that's my birthday, and that would make me so happy if I could see BTS on my birthday. I want to say it's either 2018, 2017, I actually saw them, and they were fantastic. Loved every second of it, lost my voice for 2 weeks after, but I had such a blast. That's happening on Thursday, and then the general sale is on Saturday. I'm working Saturday. I'm going with my best friend Naya from school. Yeah, I'm just hoping and praying and manifesting and black magicking that I am getting these tickets, because there's no way I'm not going. We're both going for it. So we've literally said, if we both get tickets, we both buy tickets, that's completely fine because we can resell them. They're going to be so easy to resell, and technically we can also inflate the price a little bit. I'm going to go through all of the concerts I've got planned for this year. Last year, it wasn't really a New Year's resolution, it's more like a goal, was to go to 1 concert a month. And I actually excelled that. I went to more than 12 concerts last year. And I had such a good time at each of them. I don't think there was one where I was like, I kind of wish I didn't go. All of them were so much fun. I will put the names of everyone I saw last year over here, and we were going to go through everyone I'm seeing this year as well. No one in January, no one in February either. And then in March, I have Dave that we're seeing on the 7th of March. I'm going to see, I can never pronounce her name properly, Loewe. I'm seeing her on the 9th of March, and then I'm also seeing Sam Henshaw on the 24th. And then in April, I'm seeing Olivia Dean. In May, I am seeing Rosalia, and I'm going to Cross the Tracks. So I'll be seeing loads of different people at Cross the Tracks. In June, I'm seeing Twice, which is a K-pop group. I'm also seeing Bad Bunny. In July, I'm seeing Ezra Collective. I will be seeing BTS on the 7th of July, speaking it into fruition. And then we're seeing Bruno Mars. In August, I'm seeing Tyler, the Creator at All Points East. We're also seeing loads of different ones. So we're also seeing Kamari, Daniel Caesar, and Joe Legacy that are also going to be there. So that's going to be really exciting. September, for the moment, we don't have anyone. October, once again, don't have anyone yet. November, neither. And December, neither as well. That is my concert kind of wrap up. When it comes to pre-sales, sales, getting tickets, one, you want to be informed. So you want to have your post notifications on the artist that you're interested in. You also want to have their story notifications on. You want to have a look at what pre-sales are available, if you're eligible, and sign up to them as soon as you can. Have a account with whoever's selling the tickets. If you can, whatever device you're making that account on, save your password to that device. So save your bank details on your account. There is nothing more frustrating than running around trying to find your card and then you're putting the numbers in wrong and all of that is happening. put your bank details directly into the account so that when you go to the tickets and once you have them in your basket, you're ready to pay. Try and see if other people can also try for tickets at the same time. This one's quite difficult because obviously everyone has a life, they've got work, they've got priorities, which is completely fine. But if you have a friend or family that can try and get tickets at the same time as you, definitely use them to your advantage. Last thing that I do, which just kind of gets me excited for the whole thing, is I will listen to the artist whilst this whole thing is going. So as soon as I get into the waiting room, I will listen to that artist. But yeah, that's pretty much my ticket buying tips. I'm really hoping that, no, once again, we're going to talk it into fruition. Next week, I will get my BTS tickets. We will be right at the front so we can actually see their faces. Tomorrow, I'm back at work, so I actually need to think about what I'm making for dinner so that I can meal prep for tomorrow. And then I'm off this whole weekend, so I think my mum and I are going to start our puzzle that I got her for Christmas. So every year for Christmas, I get my mum a puzzle, and we have been doing this probably for the last 5 to 6 years. And actually, I can show you the puzzle. This year, I got us a puzzle of the floating market in Thailand. I'm not too sure which one this is, but yeah, the floating market in Thailand. So last year for Christmas and New Year's, we were in Thailand, and unfortunately we didn't manage to go to the floating market, and it was somewhere that we really wanted to go. But I thought, as a little, as a little link, I got us this puzzle, and I think it's going to be quite fun. I think it won't be too difficult to do. Maybe, actually, I take that back. Maybe all of these green spaces will be a bit difficult, and like the water on this side. But I think globally, it shouldn't be too difficult because everything is kind of different. Hi everyone, I'm currently at work on my lunch break. Today I'm based on the antenatal ward. And yeah, it's going pretty well, to be fair. It's still extremely early in the shift. It's only 2 p.m, so I've still got technically 6 hours to go. We will see what happens because around 5 p.m, stuff starts to get interesting. So yeah, but so far everyone is doing well, everyone's healthy, looking good. You know what? I was too happy earlier. I was too happy. I should have known that when 5 o'clock rolls around, that's when everyone comes. Everyone comes with issues. Everyone comes saying that they need a section. Everyone comes saying, oh, we don't have any beds. Like, 5 p.m, I should have shut my mouth, remained, calm, collected, but no, I spoke it out into the universe saying, I'm actually having a good shift. Why? But in the end, ended up getting 2 postnatals because there's no beds on the postnatal ward. Anywho, at least I get to go home and I'm off the whole weekend. Thank the Lord. Good morning everyone, it is now Sunday. I actually didn't vlog yesterday because I spent pretty much my whole day just watching shows. Today you have just seen me remake my bed and we're actually building a TV unit today. To to put in our living room underneath the TV to kind of hide all the cables. So you will be seeing that as well. Let's go straight into this week's media recap. TV shows wise, I have just finished the first season of Culinary Class Wars, and I am very happy about the winner. To be 100% honest with you, I'm very happy with the top 4. I feel like they were a very good final 4, so any of them I would have been happy with, but I did have my favourites, obviously. I also watched Zootopia 2 yesterday, which was actually a really good film. I enjoyed the first one, enjoyed the second one. Quite a fun, easygoing film. I started Sinners yesterday, didn't realise it was a horror film. Because kind of a spoiler alert, when the people turned into zombies, I was like, what the hell is happening here? Like, this is not what I was thinking. And I just couldn't really catch on to the story. I got halfway through and I was still kind of like, this is a bit boring. So I kind of stopped it there. I finished Pro Bono. I really hope there's going to be a second season, because the way it finished gives a vibe of there could be a second season, or this is just a really good ending. So I'm not too sure which one is going to be. I really hope that there's a second season. The official trailer of Euphoria came out this week and I'm so excited. It looks like it's going to be really good. Obviously Angus isn't in the season, which is quite sad, but hopefully they'll find a way to kind of incorporate him in. Going on to music, I've mentioned this many a times, but I am officially going to Bruno Mars, which is so exciting. BTS also announced their tour this week, so that is obviously very exciting. Presale is next week. Blackpink also announced a album that's dropping on the 27th of February, which happens to be my best friend's birthday. He's also really into Blackpink, so it's like her little birthday present. I'm listening to the Hard Light set list yet again, still haven't moved on from that. I'm also listening to a lot of my relaxed mix or chill mix on Spotify, which has quite a good mix of songs and genres as well. And I'm also listening to my Taiki and Deju set lists from when they did their Heritage tour. And when it comes to books, I'm still reading The Intruder by Freida McFadden. I think I'm just over halfway. It is getting interesting, so I'm at the point. If you haven't read any Freida McFadden books, most of her books will have 2 stories that at some point will intertwine. So it'll be like a few chapters talking about this character and then swap to a few chapters talking about this character, or it will be before and after. And I'm at the point in the book now where they haven't officially merged together, but I know that they've merged. So it is getting more interesting. Got quite a few books in my TBR. I am a thriller suspense girly. That is just what I enjoy reading. I quite like to read a romance though. I don't know what type of romance I want to read. I am going to try and at least read a book a month. Ideally get up to maybe, I think 20 books would be great. During summer I'm going away, so hopefully I can just spend all of my time in the sun reading. That would be ideal. That is it for my media recap for this week. If you have any recommendations on TV shows / films, books or music, please leave them down below. We are back from lunch and I'm going to finally make my salt bread. I really hope they turn out well, because I have been gassing this up and I think everyone is expecting quite big things.